Ladies and gentlemen, confidence is not something you stumble upon. It is something you build step by step through disciplined action. Many believe that confidence is a feeling, a fleeting emotion that arrives when we are prepared, when the conditions are right. This is incorrect. Confidence emerges from competence. It is the earned reward of responsibility, effort, and structured growth. So, how does one develop confidence? The first step is to identify where you lack it, because where you lack confidence is where you lack skill, knowledge, or experience. If you feel weak in social situations, it is because you have not trained your ability to articulate ideas, to listen attentively, and to engage meaningfully. If you lack confidence in your career, it is because you have not yet mastered the complexities of your profession. You must confront this reality. Face it voluntarily. Confidence is built in small, deliberate steps. You start by exposing yourself to manageable levels of discomfort. If you are afraid to speak in public, start by speaking to a single person with clarity and intent. If you fear responsibility, take on a minor task and fulfill it competently. Over time, these small actions accumulate, reinforcing your belief in yourself. Confidence is also rooted in your ability to bring order to chaos. Life is unpredictable, filled with uncertainty and challenge, but the person who takes responsibility for organizing their thoughts, their actions, and their environment develops the capacity to face the unknown with strength. One of the most powerful tools for confidence is the mastery of language. The person who can articulate their thoughts with precision, who can argue their case clearly, and who can engage in dialogue intelligently possesses an immense advantage. If you can think clearly and speak persuasively, you will not only navigate life with greater certainty, but also influence the world around you. You must also understand that confidence is not arrogance, nor is it the absence of fear. It is the ability to act despite fear. The warrior is not fearless. He simply knows that courage is the decision to move forward regardless of fear. If you wait until you feel confident before acting, you will never act. Confidence is the result of action, not its prerequisite. And finally, you must recognize that confidence is sustained through discipline. Your daily habits shape your belief in yourself. Wake up at the same time. Keep your commitments. Speak truthfully. Stand up straight. Take care of your body. The small disciplines you impose on yourself build the framework upon which confidence stands. So, take responsibility, improve your competence, challenge yourself voluntarily, master language, and act in alignment with your highest values. Do these things consistently, and confidence will no longer be something you chase, it will be something you embody. Confidence is not something that is handed to you, nor is it an innate trait that only a select few possess. It is something earned, cultivated through effort, discipline, and experience. Many people misunderstand confidence, believing it to be a natural disposition, something you either have or you don't. This is not true. Confidence is not a feeling that randomly appears when you need it. It is a byproduct of engaging with the world in a meaningful way, a result of facing challenges, developing competence, and taking responsibility for yourself. If confidence were simply a matter of positive thinking, then anyone could will themselves into being confident by repeating affirmations or imagining success, but this is not how it works. Real confidence is built through action, through the demonstration of ability, through the process of proving to yourself that you are capable. It is earned, not given, because it is inseparable from competence. If you want to be confident in something, you have to put in the work to master it. Confidence is the psychological reward for having done the hard work of preparation and skill building. Consider the difference between a person who has trained for years in a particular skill versus someone who has merely told themselves that they are capable. The trained individual does not need to convince themselves that they can perform well. They know it. They have seen the evidence in their own performance. Their confidence is not based on wishful thinking, but on repeated proof of their ability. The untrained person, on the other hand, may try to force confidence through mental tricks, but when put to the test, their lack of competence will reveal itself. Confidence that is not backed by ability is fragile and crumbles under pressure. The reason confidence must be earned is because life is structured around reality, not illusion. You cannot trick the world into believing you are something you are not, at least not for long. The moment you step into a situation that requires skill, preparation, or knowledge, your actual level of ability will be exposed. This is why there is no shortcut to confidence. There is only the hard, sometimes uncomfortable path of developing yourself into someone confident. The more effort you invest in acquiring real skills, the more your confidence will grow naturally because you will have no reason to doubt yourself. Many people struggle with confidence because they avoid responsibility. They hesitate to take ownership of their development and instead wait for confidence to appear before they act. This is a mistake. Confidence follows action, not the other way around. If you wait until you feel confident before taking action, you will never move forward. The only way to build confidence is to engage in the process of learning, of practicing, of failing and improving. The act of repeatedly putting yourself in situations where you must grow is what creates the internal stability of confidence. This process can be seen in any domain. A public speaker who starts with shaky hands and a nervous voice will, after enough repetitions, find themselves able to command a room with ease. A person learning a new language who stumbles over their words at first will, through repeated practice, eventually speak fluently without fear. A novice weightlifter who struggles with a light barbell will, after months of training, lift heavy weights effortlessly. In every case, confidence follows the accumulation of skill and experience. There is also an element of honesty involved in earning confidence. If you try to project confidence without truly earning it, you will always feel a sense of insecurity beneath the surface. This is because deep down, you know whether or not you have put in the work. You cannot lie to yourself about what you are capable of. True confidence comes from knowing that you have prepared, that you have trained, that you have done what is necessary to be competent. It is built on a foundation of truth. This is why disciplined effort is essential. Without discipline, you will not develop the competence that leads to confidence. You must push yourself to engage in difficult tasks, to face discomfort, to challenge your own weaknesses. Confidence is not about feeling good in the moment. It is about knowing that when a difficult situation arises, you have the ability to handle it. It is about proving to yourself again and again that you are capable of meeting challenges. Some people try to shortcut their way to confidence by avoiding difficult situations entirely. They stay within their comfort zone, avoiding challenges that might expose their lack of skill. But this does not build confidence. It builds avoidance, which leads to even greater insecurity over time. The only way to earn confidence is to confront difficulty head-on, to put yourself in situations where growth is required. When you begin to see confidence as something earned, rather than something that is granted or magically appears, your approach to life changes. You stop waiting for confidence to come to you, and instead, you take action. You seek out challenges. You train, practice, and refine your abilities. You accept responsibility for your own development. And as you do this, confidence grows, not as an illusion, not as a mask, but as a deeply rooted sense of certainty in your own ability to navigate the world. Confidence is deeply tied to the ability to confront chaos, to impose order, and to expand one's capacity to handle uncertainty. Life is inherently unpredictable, filled with challenges that test our resilience, intelligence, and character. Many people mistakenly believe that confidence is about feeling good in all situations, but this is not true. Confidence is not about eliminating uncertainty. It is about developing the competence to face it without being overwhelmed. It is about knowing that even when confronted with disorder, you have the ability to manage it. Chaos manifests itself in many ways. It appears when you step into a new environment, when you take on a responsibility greater than what you are used to, or when you are forced to navigate unfamiliar circumstances. It can emerge in the form of personal failure, unexpected life events, or the realization that you are unprepared for a particular challenge. Chaos represents the unknown, and the unknown is inherently intimidating. This is why people often hesitate when faced with new situations. Their lack of confidence is not simply about self-doubt. It is about the fear of not knowing how to impose order on a chaotic situation. But confidence is built precisely by confronting this chaos, by stepping into the unknown voluntarily, and by expanding one's capacity to bring structure to disorder. The person who avoids challenges, who refuses to take on responsibility, remains fragile, because they never develop the necessary skills to deal with life's unpredictability. They become overwhelmed easily, anxious in unfamiliar situations, and constantly reliant on external stability to maintain their composure. However, the person who continuously engages with difficult, uncertain situations strengthens their ability to adapt. They develop the competence needed to bring clarity and control where others see only confusion. One of the greatest sources of confidence is the knowledge that you can take a chaotic situation and turn it into something manageable. This applies to both external circumstances and your own internal state. Consider a person who starts a new job in an unfamiliar industry. At first, everything seems overwhelming. The terminology, the workflow, the expectations, they feel lost. But as they persist, as they organize their learning process, take notes, ask questions, and gain experience, the chaos gradually turns into order. The environment that once seemed overwhelming becomes familiar. This is confidence being built in real time. It is not the absence of difficulty, but the process of transforming difficulty into competence. This same principle applies to emotional resilience. A person who panics under pressure, who avoids confrontation, who crumbles in the face of adversity, is someone who has not trained their ability to impose order on their own emotional chaos. Emotional mastery is a critical component of confidence because it allows a person to remain steady even when circumstances are unstable. The more you practice regulating your emotions, whether it be through structured thinking, deep breathing, or rational problem solving, the more control you gain over them. And with that control comes confidence. Confidence also grows when you willingly expose yourself to challenges that stretch your current capabilities. If you only engage in tasks that you are already comfortable with, your capacity to handle complexity remains stagnant. But if you intentionally take on challenges that push your limits, your ability to manage chaos expands. This is why confidence and competence go hand in hand. The person who consistently tests themselves against greater challenges becomes stronger, more adaptable, and more certain of their ability to handle what comes next. There is a psychological shift that occurs when you realize that chaos is not something to be feared, but something to be mastered. When you begin to see uncertainty as an opportunity rather than a threat, you no longer hesitate in the face of difficulty. You develop an internal assurance that no matter how unpredictable the situation,